Hello. Oh, that's a bit loud. Hello. There we go. Do my audio test live on the internet. Hello and welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. It is Saturday night. Thank you for the subscription, Sawdustandswearwords. Yeah, I got to watch Pigeon Ahoy's Gears Tactics stream earlier on. He did his little Chewbacca impression for me, and I shed a tear. So someone, is that me? Hang on, am I echoing? Nope, someone had the Twitch stream on, not mute. Right, so rookies. So we what do we do? Right, we do RPGs. We do them Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. If you want to get your geek on, come and join us on one of those evenings. If you want to find us on social media, type in social media into Google, followed by Heavyweight Gaming. I'm sure that's how it works, and you'll find us. We've got loads of sponsors now across the channel. Tonight's show specifically, or especially, however you want to put it, is sponsored by, from left to right, Just Games. So if you go onto the Tinterweb and put in justgames.gg, you will go to a website that is full of every game ever invented and some coming, and you can buy them for anything: cards, dice, computers, tabletops, RPGs. Yeah, go check it out. And if you like beautiful dwarfs that are not dwarfs, Stu is the owner and king of Just Games. So yeah, so go check that out. I'm hoping Sinis is laughing and not dead. So, and then next to Just Games, you will see Loke battle mats, which actually Stu can show you an example of if you've still got it nearby you. Loke battle mats create beautiful battle maps, flip book, flip tiles, A3, A4, A5, that you literally just whip out on your table, the battle mat that is, and you will have tundras, forests, buildings, castles, stuff like this, mountainsides, that you've got the terrain that you can just start playing your tabletop games on. They're incredible. And all the physical stuff they do, you can get digital versions to play on things such as Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, and other virtual tabletops. If you go to Drive Through RPG and just type in Loki Battle Mats, you can see loads of their digital stuff for free. Some have pay what you want, and some are a fixed price of a couple of quid, so go and have a look at them. Also, they do fantasy, sci-fi, and cyberpunk mats and maps. So yeah, so check them out. Coyote Grey. Now, I'm hoping that Kerry is watching the stream, and if you watch carefully, your little Sinis token in the bottom corner of your name, just keep an eye on it. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, so the tokens we use, the little chibi tokens we use, are by Coyote Grey, a lad called Rob, who sells his tokens on Roll20. If you just go to Roll20 and put in Coyote Grey in the market search bar, you'll get to his tokens. I'm obsessed with chibis. They are amazing, so go check them out. Sawdust and Swearwords have followed us since we started this back in March. They're a great bunch to work with. They've done loads of cool stuff for our charity streams. If you go to Facebook and put in Sawdust and Swearwords, I promise you'll not be disappointed with the skill level of the creations they put out there with their woodworking. Just check out their photo albums, dice trays, cups, plates, bowls, dice towers. Jesus, just go check it out. Unbelievable stuff. And I'm very aware of the plans they have going forward, and I'm really, really excited to see what they do with their cool ideas. So go check out Sawdust and Swearwords. That's all the sponsors. We use Sirenscape for all our background music. So if you hear the music in the show, if it's too loud, let me know. I'll try and turn it down. If you can't hear it, let me know. I'll turn it up. And then I'll try and adjust throughout the stream. So Sirenscape, really, 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 really cool background ambient music and stuff for your games, whether in the living room or digitally. Sirenscape. 200 bits. If you want to throw 200 bits at the channel, this lot get a free reroll. They can only use it on their rerolls. They can't use it on mine. Yes. They must use them this session, and they can't carry them over. We are playing, for those that don't know, Pathfinder 2nd Edition, as modelled by the beautiful Zek. Yeah, so you can probably go to justgames.gg and check out their Pathfinder books. Yeah! As of the 11th, so Wednesday, just gone, death saving throws is different in Pathfinder. So their D20 rerolls are allowed on death saving rolls in Pathfinder. What was I saying? So the 11th, the Paizo released their beginner's box for Pathfinder 2nd edition. There is a YouTube link that I will try and fish out again. Put it in the chat unless Sawdust wants to go to YouTube and put Pathfinder 2nd edition beginner's box and put the link in here. It looks incredible. As soon as one lands in our merry shops, probably just Games GSY, I'll be having one sent this way, and we will be streaming it with some brand new players, or at least people brand new to Pathfinder 2nd edition, and we will see just how good it really is, and we'll get to tell you a lot about it, so that's going to be cool. Bits, Sunscape, sponsors, social media. That's it, let's go. Alright, so let me put some music on. A bit of music. Is that a pub? Let's have some pub music. Yeah. There we go. Hopefully you can hear a bit of tavern music. Or at least tavern ambience. Right, so this lot, it's merry bunch of lunatics, are currently in the capital city of Volkine, which is the capital of Savai. Whilst in there, you have people that we have playing, just those maybe possibly new to the YouTube or the Twitch VOD afterwards. We have Stu playing Gawain, the champion half-orc. We have James playing Zek, the goblin rogue. We got Big Mine playing Tavir, the goblin sorcerer. And we got Kerry playing Sinis, the lizard folk bard. So, yeah. So what they've been doing in Volkine is they've returned some beautiful artifacts to their religious orders and got some pennies off that. They have recently acquired a silver glaive from the previous guardian of the fair realm known as the Hills of Cayman. There's a good chance that's bound to one of them. We'll see where that goes. They've done a bit of shopping. They've done a bit of performing. And they discovered that... So the Knightly Order of the Ivy Knight... Oh yeah, my brain is scattered. The Knightly Order of the Ivy Knight has requested that Gawain, a member of theirs, looks into a offshoot knightly order called the Knights of the Kindred. They are being overly secret, which, you know, coming from a super judgmental knightly order, who knew? They have been working with an organisation called the Spiraling Flight, who turns out they seem to be antiques dealers and good at acquiring items that one needs. They hired the dwarfs, led by Shoulders, who the party met earlier. Sinis did lots of performing and basically baiting out of followers of Shadir, the dragon that is the patron of the Knights of the Kindred. And she interacted with an orc called Chains, who arranged a meeting in the Spiraling Flight Tavern, where the party got to meet Arena and Casino. Arena being owning the tavern and the Spiraling Flight name, and being the head of this antique stealing organisation. Casino being a very quiet, grumpy, hard bastard that sat next to him. Alongside of that, Tavir and Zek sold the location of the Stone Wyvern to Fence, a fast becoming friend of Zek's. And Gideon has asked to chill out and learn how to be a proper knight, and discovered, I am the law. So, we will put you all back in the nightly HQ of the Ivy Knight, where you can all swap your ideas and plans for the future. 3, 2, 1, go. It's quite joyful in here for a change, Gavin.
Really?
Yeah.
To be fair, hadn't we agreed to leave the place of the Ivy Knight because we realised we couldn't have a conversation about it because they're all staunch law boys?
I believe we were heading to the Druid's Grove.
Yeah, we would like to
go
to
yes.
Either Druid Grove or CD Tavern number 3. Both good.
I mean, I'm okay with either of those choices. CD
I like CD Tavern number 3. It doesn't involve changing the track.
That's very true.
Rowdy
I
in
like
the Druid Grove.
Actually, no, I did get a drink, really. Yeah, this wasn't like an alcoholic one.
So you're in a tavern.
Sweet.
Understand.
You are in a tavern. 3, 2, 1, go. The tavern is called CD.
Understand we're in the Sedary Tavern.
Is it my round?
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
It is. All right, what do you want?
A pint?
All right, point for him.
Half a one.
What? Half point for him. A pint for him. Pint for me. Gallon for Gideon.
Gideon's not with you.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
we can't talk in front of Gideon. He gets all.
Gideon requested that you don't tell him anything because he doesn't fit in the shadows.
He is.
He is the shadow.
I am.
He casts a big enough shadow. I can hide in it.
Mate, you
mean,
cast a big
would you-
enough shadow, I can hide in it, and I'm 6'2".
Mr. Wayne. That's 2 sessions I've done Bane. Sean Connery now.
Hey, oh,
Bane, Sean Connery. Mr. Wayne. Have you met Miss Moneypenny? She was born of the shadows. Anyway, you're in a tavern. you bought a round in Gavane. It's on the Ivy Knights tab. And yeah, you have a table to yourselves. And you believe, to the best of your abilities, that you are not being eavesdropped on.
So you want the good news?
yeah, go on.
Okay. The good news is Sinis was a performing lizard like none other, and managed to find the people that we wanted.
Excellent.
I'll get
Yes.
things done, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah, that's why I
Get it done.
tried to get it done without you.
But bards get things done in taverns for days. That how it works?
Yep.
Okay. So the bad news is they want to hire us.
all right.
That's still good news.
Well,
The bad news is what it's for.
Yeah, okay. So they want to hire us because they want us to go and steal an egg from up north.
What kind of egg?
I don't know,
Lizard
probably about
kind.
this big and kind of like Sinis.
An egg I would have come out of, not an egg that's shaped like me. That would be weird. Don't let it
Yeah.
distract you.
Yes, not a 6 foot 2
Unlike
egg.
I did study anatomy and biology as part of my training, so yes, I vaguely know what you mean.
Is that promptly how to stab someone in the right place?
Yeah,
Ah.
basically.
Fair enough.
Uh,
Anyway, so yeah, so they want to hire us to go and steal an egg, and it's definitely stealing, and we will definitely get in trouble for it from whoever currently has the egg. So we said, maybe. But first of all, we would need to talk to the rest of the people. So then they counter-offered and said, well, if you got a loan, Zach, we will give you, how much money do you want? And I said, I don't know, my life is worth like 50,000 gold, thinking no one's got 50,000 gold. And they went, okay.
Done.
I am shocked.
Okie dokie. And how are they going to verify? So you're going to give them the egg, and you're going to get 50,000 gold.
Yeah, if I go and do it on my own. Now, I'm a very smart goblin. I'm not going to do things on my own. Not when I've got big folks that can take the blame. I mean, that can help me do the job.
How are they going to verify you're doing it on your own?
I don't know. Basically, I'm going to go back and say we're either I'm in, or we're in, or no, none of us are in.
I think the gesture of him doing it alone was more because Sinis showed some apprehension until we had spoken to yourself.
Yes.
So they offered, because Zach still wanted to talk terms after she'd made that statement. They said, well, how much is your life worth? Here's 50k.
I know, I was shocked. I did not think my life was worth 50k, but there are other people that think my life is worth 50,000.
I mean, they just believed you when you said it, that's all.
More importantly, there are other
Oh,
people who
wait
are
to
willing to
poop
pay.
on my breakfast.
There are people who are willing to pay 50k for this job being done,
Yeah.
or willing to say that to get the job done and stab us.
Yeah.
I mean, 50k is a not considerably small amount of money. It's
It's
No.
ridiculous.
But yeah, they
It
are
is ridiculously large,
they're an organised group of people. They deal in antiques, so let's assume stolen artifacts.
Yeah.
And they are building some sort of power base.
Oh.
The egg is some sort of lizard that is important.
Oh, interesting part number 2, right? So we were going to go and meet a group of dwarves.
Yeah.
They were Shoulders. Do you remember Shoulders? We travelled out of the little village to the south.
Oh,
And
they
we
haven't-
kinda-
Zach,
that was them. That was the
Yes,
dwarves
hi.
that they were meeting. And they brought them, I think it was also an egg.
It was an amethyst artifact.
Oh, that was it, an amethyst artifact. It's
Not
kind of
specifically an egg, but not specifically not one.
Yeah,
either.
Shoulders
Yeah.
is one of their regular contractors, was what they said.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and she was very drunk.
So
And
where
she
is-
vouched for us. So
Yeah. So we've got a good in. We've got a job with them. I think it's a good idea, even though it's like a really naughty thing to do, to maybe go and get the egg. With the proviso fact that obviously we could potentially give the egg to the Ivy Knights, or the Ivy Knights could jump the baddie Knights and beat them up.
So
If I
what you're
may.
saying is we get them to a point where some sort of handover or sting operation, and then we.
I'm good as long as I get 50k from someone. I'm good, yeah?
if I can throw this part in, the people that we're working for that Shoulders has worked for and recommended us to, they're doing their part, but they're not the people we need to look at. They're simply acquiring stuff for the people we need to look at. So we need to get on good terms with these guys to then get in with the Knights of the Kindred.
They want the egg intact, so it's either an ingredient or they're looking to raise it or ransom it. So they don't want the egg harming, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Pull out my personal nightly code book, just click through.
Is that
Hey,
like a
John,
Boy
this
Scout
situation.
boy? Scouting for boys?
oh,
Oh.
I love the idea that you've got an Ivy Knight sash somewhere with all little badges sewn on it. Just in the
My
shape of
first
little
wicker
leaves.
basket!
Okay, so the only direct lawful problem with this, the egg belongs to somebody,
Yes.
and they claim it as their property, and we are stealing it from them. Then yes, we're breaking the law in that sense. If the egg is wildly found on the floor, then I technically have. They're not breaking the law. Is the downside? They're just offering a very large finder's fee for it because it might be hard or difficult to get.
Okay, go with
It is
that
on
one
the
then.
floor.
It's on the floor.
Can I just, as someone that has handled lizard eggs, don't just put the egg on the floor so that you can say that it's stolen.
I wasn't.
How
saying
did you
that.
know my cunning plan?
Tuition.
I was just going to knock it off the table and let it on the floor and then be like, look, I found it
No,
on the
no.
floor.
I'm pretty sure if we just find it lying around, it doesn't need to be on the floor.
But he said it had to be on the floor for it to...
This is
I was-
because Gawain is reading it to the letter, but we are intelligent creatures and are allowed to read around that information.
Oh,
we-
okay.
we
Gawain
need
is
the
not
thief to
intelligent
understand.
enough to read around. I understand.
If it stops you knocking eggs onto the floor from height, then yes.
Okay, good. Get a soft pillow and then knock the egg on the floor. Gotcha.
Never throw eggs in a glass house and some of that.
Or just pick the egg up.
And put it on the floor?
The floor is. See, I'm just going to look at Gawain angrily.
There is a young half-orc lad who is clean-shaven, his hair is well tidy, and he sticks out a bit amongst the rest of the tavern owners, and he's come over to take your order, other than the drinks that you bought, and he's been stood there about 30 seconds before you all realise, and he just looks at you and he's like, so you all want eggs?
Yes, please, buddy.
Yeah, I'll
Four-
take a
four sets
pickled
of
one,
cooks.
please.
If you could please make sure that you place, I'm just going to point to Zek, his on the floor first, and then you do whatever you need to do with
Oh,
it.
no. Can you put it on the table and then I could knock it off myself? I'm good like that.
He's
If
writing
you
all
get it
this down.
pre-done, it saves you a job.
Zek is in fact a cat. It just looks like a goblin.
I am. How do you know? Oh, and also, can I get an extra egg? Because I'm eating for 2.
Oh, congratulations. Will you be staying the evening and do you require rooms?
No.
Okay, and he walks off.
Really, can I have a...
Can you cast Fireball? Yes, you can, Martin.
No,
And
mate. Mate, if I'm doing anything, it's going to be like, blinding light. Seriously.
Not days, last days.
But no, it's just going to be. Can I keep an eye on him? Is he actually going back to the thing? Does
Give
he
me a
look like he
perception
actually
check.
works here? Thank you.
I'm going to sip my pint.
I haven't got Roll20 open, so just let me know when you get
Yeah, I'll shout the number.
23.
23. Yeah, he goes back to the bar and does what you'd expect. He passes over the order to the young lass behind the bar, and she takes it back into the kitchen area.
Cracking. as long as you don't look too suspicious.
Suspicious at this point is leaving before the eggs arrive.
I know, I'm really hungry. And so's Tawin.
Yeah.
But so, yes.
See, you all thought that I was up the duff, but no, I remembered that I have a little weasel.
I can assure you with 100% certainty nobody thought you were up the duff.
Oh, okay.
I'd just like to...
See, he did.
The barman did.
Yeah. So now this has devolved. 3 minutes in.
What the?
Oh yeah, okay, fine.
Phil,
What are you doing? What is your
Fine.
plan? Have you got more to talk out? Do you actually have a plan?
So, yeah, do we need to go and talk to your boss and let them in on the plan so that they're not like, oh my god, Gawain, you are naughty. You did not find the egg on the floor.
No,
no.
Oh, okay.
It's,
I don't need to talk to them like that at all, Zach.
I don't know.
believe
You're
it-
lawful. You like, usually
I
you need
believe
someone to
this
say,
is the
go
term
ahead.
Black operation.
No, Zach, you don't understand. I've already had go ahead.
Wait, is this Dark Paladin down?
No.
No?
I've already had all of the yes, do this, go away, talk to me when it's finished, yada yada yada.
Oh, okay. Do you have to like hit yourself with a flail afterwards and say 20 Ivory Night Marys or something?
No, that's not.
Jack, you can't just ask someone if they self-flagellate.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Again,
I self-flagellate by
you
hanging
can't
out with
ask them
you,
again.
but self-flagellate-
Gideon turns up.
So,
Good. We go out, we do stuff, come back, we build a case, we come out. This is so you're saying this isn't the group we're looking for, anyways. Side
No.
getting in
This
with
is-
the group side of it. So we
This
are
isn't in with the group that they work for us.
Just saying, we do the job. If Sinis has any concerns when we get there, we'll fluff it and come up with some kind of reason why we need to get the egg back immediately afterwards. And hopefully, other groups of people out to get the egg at the same time who arrive with us, which we might have to fight to guard the egg. If we're,
Can we put like a blindfold on Sinis? Does that help?
no,
On
that's
Sinis. Why Sinis?
Well, because he said that Sinis might have problems with taking the egg.
No.
Nah,
No? Oh, okay.
sorry, I suddenly turned into streets in it.
not well-known Russian Siberian lizard folk saying.
Nah.
Like, Nafa. It's like,
Nafa.
no, I don't have. I shouldn't have any difficulties as long as no harm comes to it. I don't really mind. If the mission had been to smash, that is more on the killing babies grounds, and I'm not down with that. But moving
Okay.
things around, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I have one awkward question then.
Oh, no.
Why have we all just ordered eggs?
Because I'm hungry, and
Okay.
so is Tawin. And we were talking about eggs, and it's the best
So-
way of, segueing.
We can get into a vegan argument here, or we can just gloss over this.
Fair play.
I understand.
I'd just like to put out on the Heavyweight Gaming channel, there will be no vegan argument. Because there is no argument. They're not real. So,
Yeah, I'm just up to 6 because I knew you were going to say something.
Yep.
I was like, I've got us an out. I've moved past it. Heard it. No, I need to get an edge in. I need to get the edge in.
you should have said it. You should have said it.
It's my own fault. I understand that completely. So yeah, we need to go and get stuff
So-
to. If we're the job's north, so we need to go back to the spiraling flight to say yes, we'll do the thing.
Yeah.
We need to. Would we be happy with 50k for a group?
Honestly, yeah, that's
No.
Having 50k, it's a
50k is ridiculous. 50k is like 5 times that shield that we brought, and 5 times.
Then do we need to
The
send
other
someone that? Do we need to send someone who may negotiate better? I'm just gonna look at Gawain.
How are you going to negotiate better than 50k for color?
No, as in that's a ridiculous offer, and makes us incredibly suspicious. What are you actually going to pay us?
Yeah. Well, you could do that. That sounds like a plan.
It is what
You could also take it as a humorous writ large where you wouldn't expect to get that much. Like it would be one way of looking at it, it would be too naive.
Yeah.
You could do the whole knowing thing of saying, well, we never expected you to pay 50k in the first place.
Yeah.
Expecting 10k.
Yeah.
10k and a
No.
lot of favors.
But that's what I mean. We need to go and actually discuss with them what's going on. But I don't want to spend all day arguing with Trice. So
No, I mean, I've got no issue with this. As far as I know, basically, you guys are coming back and telling me that you found a way in, but in order to way we need to do this job, which, as far as I can tell, isn't actually breaking any real laws that would concern me, and therefore I'm okay with this. I will answer to the relevant authorities if it becomes a thing we need to do.
Does that
Then-
mean we're going to have Gideon with us?
That's the next question.
Do we want him with us?
No.
In that case, no.
I mean, combat-wise, yes. And
Yeah.
for most of it, yes.
No, but
for
he's
the
going to
act of
ask
stealing
too
the
many
egg-
questions, and
No,
then
it's
when
fine,
he
fine,
doesn't
fine.
find the egg on the floor, we're going to get into real kinds of awkward.
No.
You need to move past the egg
This-
on the floor.
This is a mission that requires stealth.
Where
He's 9 feet tall, and that's before he gets angry.
When
Fluffy.
he's 15
where are
feet
we
tall.
going to?
No,
At the north.
How
We didn't
very
ask-
far north?
yes.
did-
We
we
didn't ask
didn't-
for specifics because we didn't know if we were accepting the job, so we felt it prudent to say no.
Yeah,
So we need to go back and get the specifics.
What I'll do is I'll go back to the Ivy Knight stronghold.
Clubhouse.
We'll get yeah, fair enough. Scout. We'll get Gideon ready and prepped. I will meet you at the north gate. I'm presuming we're going by transportation method. We're going to walk. We're not going to magically try and do some druid juju.
I mean, we can ask for favors.
Up to you. I think this is probably one of those let's walk kind of times because the druids were kind of.
But I think we could ask the people to teleport us there, and we will get the egg and then walk back.
That sounds like they'd take it out of pay, though.
Maybe.
If
I
not,
don't
I'm
really
not a
care.
wizard.
All right, okay. If that turns out to be the case, then sure, I'll meet you at the north gate. You tell me we're going to teleport there, and I'll come with you in disguise, and we'll teleport. Gideon can stay behind. What I was going to say is, you guys do the meet, negotiate the price. I'll meet you at the north gate if we are walking, or I'll grab some transport, like a wagon and some ponies or something, and we can head out. Gideon can be with us, and when we get close to where we need to be, if you deem Gideon unnecessary, we can keep him watching the wagons.
I would be tempted to leave him here to do training throughout the whole thing and
Hey,
learn at the Ivy Knight stronghold, just because
We
he's
just might be for a while.
we might be, but he'll be in a safe place learning things. As far as I'm aware, being a knight takes a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him to
So-
get his montage on.
Gonna do a montage.
Fastest way to learn is in the field, per se. But yes, I know what you mean. But what I'm sort
I
of
think if we take him, we are opening ourselves up to conflict with him, which I don't think is fair. We know it already challenges him. We know it's not part of his psyche, and I think we're going to make things very difficult and awkward for him.
No, it's totally fair. Point of view. I think that there might be a section of this journey where he could accompany without being too how to say he could accompany, and it would be less suspicious, whereas leaving him here having literally just become my squire might be viewed as
Okay, we can get around that significantly easier because he's a squire that doesn't know anything, so leaving him here to do the basics while we go and do a mission makes more sense than dragging him along. Plus, if we're taking him to the place, he's then going to stay at the halfway point and come back with us when we have a stolen egg. And if you remember the things that we brought him,
Yeah.
I
They were
imagine,
stolen eggs. I mean, they were found eggs.
I imagine there's going to be some link there somewhere that one side of this is going to regret.
Probably us.
Nah.
So, yeah,
Alright.
I would say no, but I'm happy to be overruled if anyone has any further logic.
no.
No, I don't want Gideon anywhere near it. He's far too goody.
One logic to, or one avenue to explore is actually asking you your trade. Can you read the future, read the fortune of this?
I was going to say,
Can you
I don't
do
have a
Can you
trade.
do a guess of which one will work if he does or doesn't come with?
Pull a card. If you do it, pull a card.
I've done a card already, and it was an inverted king of swords, which is misuse of power and manipulation.
Let's not bring him.
I will
No,
let you answer
no,
that
let's not.
yourself, sis.
So I'm just going to go. Cards are on my side.
Alright, okay, that's fine. I
The
will
celestial
Fine by me.
heavens.
And with that in mind, I will go and sort Gideon out with things to do. Inform him I'm going to be away for a few weeks, and then I'll meet you again at the North Gate.
Okay. Where's my pickled egg?
Okay.
Where's my ex-foreign team? Oh.
I was going to say,
In a different
Green?
game, mate.
Grain, will you ask around and see if there's anything bandit-wise up the way around the city where we're going? Obviously, don't focus on the north because then everyone will know we're going north. But if we can get a kind of rough thing of around that includes the north, that would be glorious. If
Yeah,
there's any bandits out and about, yeah.
Do you have a more accurate area we're heading to rather
Not
than
yet.
the north?
To be fair, we can ask them when we get the job, but yeah, that's fine.
We'll pull out a small map and have a look at what are the most obvious mountain ranges and other places on the north of Valkal, 80.
2 seconds. As I bring up my map of Survey. But I've lost. Yay!
Is it in one of the issues?
It is indeed.
Ah, which issue number?
Number 8.
I think I never keep up as a window with battery.
Where are you, you absolute bastard?
Ow.
Oh, it is not. Ah, what have I done with that? Entertain the chat.
Alright,
Alright, somebody else entertain the chat.
So what we were discussing is the fact that there is such a thing called arcane script, which if you go to the Patreon for Heavyweight Gaming, you too could end up as a Patreon for it and receive once a month a lovely copy of arcane script, which has lots and lots of yummy roleplay fluff stuff that Sirius really likes, and it's full of all of that yumminess. And yes, there are even some rules occasionally as well, and it's quite exciting. And I hear there will be some Pathfinder stuff coming to it soon, so it's not all D&D 5th edition.
Yes, Joe.
It may even be written by Sir Gawain.
Alright, so hang on.
But you heard it here first.
Chat, I need you to vote. Do we nickname Stu Beef?
What?
What?
God, this again.
I'm going to go with yes.
It's cool, that's one.
I'm casting my vote without even typing in chat.
I'm
So,
not going to chat just yet.
north of Valkal, on the map you have, the map is more basic and just the larger areas rather than the detailed versions. You are aware that along most of the pathways that there will be smaller hamlets and villages and some further off the pathways around smaller ice lakes and such. But the two majority, I say landmarks, but geographical areas are the Forest of Ebris that you were in previously, and the Namakanai, which are the Blood Orcs. Other than that, it's just small. There's lots of little villages, mate.
That's fine. It's cool. It's more just if there was a. Yeah.
There's nothing that stands out as a focus point on the map.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. I'll go do some digging. I can go and do that at the headquarters. All right. You guys have fun.
I will.
Save my egg.
Wait.
I mean, as I recall, we've done this after Sinus's performance over at Spiraling Flight. We've come back to the Ivy Temple to speak to yourself. Then we've come out of there to have this conversation. This is the middle of the night, right?
Yeah. It's like it's
I have my own go to
midnight-ish.
But it's a seedy. Spiraling Flight's clearly a seedy bar. They'll be up. I'll go. I don't mind.
Oh, if we're actually going, yeah, cracking. We'll
Yeah.
go there.
I'm on it. I'm
They
pumped.
don't
As
strike
soon
me
as I've
as a-
got my egg.
Yeah, they don't strike me as a we'll have a warm milk and clothes by 10 bar.
Your eggs, and the well-dressed young orc has brought you your eggs, all boiled with soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Like a couple of silver.
I'm going to wait till he's gone.
He walks off.
I'm going to put my backpack down and get Towin out. See, I gave you an egg, all of yourself. Now you dunk the little soldiers in the top.
Talwyn just face plants the egg.
Or you could do that. That's equally as good. If you want the soldiers afterwards, they're obviously going to be a bit dry. Or you could do this. Dunky dunk, eaty eat.
Your natural perception Talwyn is not interested. He is face first enjoying the egg yolk.
That's good. I'm gonna put my hand out and move my egg closer to me in case he gets hungry afterwards.
Thank you, Kestra. Cool. So you eat your eggs, and your plan is Zek, Sinis, and Tavir to go back to the spiraling flight.
Yes.
And Gawain's going to go back to Gideon.
Yes.
And then you're all going to go to sleep and meet up in the morning at the North Gate.
Yep.
Yes.
Right, cool. Gawain, we'll do you first. You finish your eggs, you head your way back to the Ivy Knight HQ. And when you get there, there is... It's not like you have guards or anything that is not really needed in the capital city, you believe. And it is very, very quiet. Let's get rid of the... the hello, the raucous bar music.
Raisins and pistachios.
There we go. Oh yeah, sugar dates and pistachio. Gideon's just set up a little shop. Right, so you walk in. Oh my God, there's someone talking on this one. You can hear voices.
No, it's,
Talking
it's
about the Why is he talking? Where's the talking bit? Stop talking.
I need to turn on your stream chat just to listen to this. We'll mute myself for a second.
I can't find him. He's telling you about the frozen north and the spine of the world.
Hey, that sounds like someplace far away.
I ain't got a clue.
I think it's maybe Faerun.
Gesundheit?
Thank you. I'm awful cold after I eat my boiled eggs.
Oh God, I can't follow that.
There we go.
Hearing James twice repeat himself over and over. It's like,
You are in the HQ. There's no raucous. It's not noisy. You see Gideon, and he is tending the stone wyvern egg that he put on his squire plinth behind yours.
Hey Gideon, how's it going?
Hi, Gawain. Good.
Fitting in?
I am the law.
Exactly. How's the egg coming on?
Strong. The wyvern will be strong.
How long does it take to hatch?
12 moons.
Okay. So, Gideon, I'm going to need to do something that's in the shadows, and you don't work well in the shadows.
I don't fit in the shadows.
You cast them, but you don't fit in them.
I am not a wizard.
I'm going to... obviously, I don't want to abandon your teaching and training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you up with someone who taught me a few of the basics I know. Who's going to go through and just basically, coach you while I'm away.
Learn.
Yes. I shouldn't be gone too long, but I might be gone a month or two. Hopefully less than that. We'll wait and see.
Stay safe.
Yep. If I need you, I'll send for you.
Whistle.
More likely a message, but yes, yes, that too.
Okay. And he turns back to his egg. You see him painting ward on the egg. Similar to the ward he puts on himself and on Sinis.
I'm going to get a bucket.
Wash it off.
No. Get a bucket, stick it upside down on my plinth, and just put like Wilson. Main face. Proxy Gawain.
Just, bonding with your squire. Cool. So what are you doing now? Are you heading to bed?
I'm just gonna. Is there a Tracy around, or any of the other sort of trainers more than necessarily a person in charge? Just before they head off.
There is one of the Ultrisk about.
Cool. I'm gonna ask him very nicely if he could take my squire under his wing while I go and do something that he is not prepared for yet.
He is just having a wash down from some excessive martial training. He's clothed, and he agrees. I'll look after getting.
Thank you very much.
He's big. Should I leave the sparring to you?
Whatever you do, don't underestimate his strength. Put it that way.
What do you need him teaching? Law or law?
Law, code. See what he's like for martial maneuvers and parlance. So that if when commands are shouted in a fight, he understands what they mean. The basics. Just see what he knows and what he doesn't know. Brush him up with it.
Noted.
I feel somewhat guilty that putting this responsibility on you, but sadly, I have to go dark for a few weeks, and he is not appropriate for that kind of work.
Well done on keeping that quiet. Don't die.
Look around at the 0 other people really around here, because it's night time and we're all in bed.
Some of them are in bed, some of them are doing exactly what you described.
Yeah, I'm not exactly shouting across the middle of the floor, but yeah, you guess what.
Are you working the city or elsewhere?
Probably outside of the city. I'll
Right.
send a message if I need him directly to the church.
Okay. Right, well I'm going to hit the hay. I'll get on teachers
Yeah.
in the morning. Take care of yourself, Gavin. No worries. You just call him Roger?
It's a cheers ultrist.
Oh, right.
By rank.
Cheers, Roger!
I was like, it's not the name I'd give him, but we'll go with it. Brian. So, and
Jeff.
Ultras Putin goes to bed.
Oh, really? Putin? I want him mounting tongue.
Well, you haven't seen him ride a bear. So, you can chuff in. Chat can get no. So you hit the hay, yeah?
Yeah, I'll hit the hay.
Right, cool. So, Silis, Tavir, and Zek, you go back to the. I'll put the time music back. You go back to the spiraling flight. And you walk in. There's no music playing or anything, but there is a fair amount of people having a drink. It's still as packed as it was earlier. Some faces may or may not be the same ones, others are different. Shoulders is across in the same seat that you left, and she is absolutely unconscious. Just in her chair, laid against the back wall. There is no sign of Arena or Casina, but you do see Chains talking to a couple of goblins just in the crowd sharing a drink at a stand-up table rather than a sit-down one. And
How
as
high
you
is the table?
about 4 foot, as they see you, Sinis, there's a not necessarily a pause in. It doesn't go super quiet when you walk through the door, but there's an acknowledgement that you've arrived, and a couple of bardic wannabes start playing music in the corner of the tavern.
I will do my best to look impressed at them.
Give me a performance check. Not even deception. She doesn't lie. She performs untruths.
32.
32.
Critical success.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, it's a crit. I rolled a 20.
Every one of them sheds a tear of pride from the look you give them.
Notice Miss Senpai.
And you see, yeah. So what are you doing? You're in the tavern.
Oh, I think we're walking over to Chains.
Yeah, probably gonna change.
As you approach, Chains nods, smiles, waves the goblins away, and they disappear off into the crowd. Welcome back.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello?
You all well?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw you a couple of hours ago, but yeah.
Okay. Bad things can happen in a couple of hours. It's always nice to check.
Yes.
Very well.
Well, in this case, it's a good
things have
thing.
happened in this set.
So we had a
We're
conversation.
looking for. I'm just gonna kind of like. We're looking for Casino, an arena.
Casino is otherwise engaged, but I'll send word for Arena and see if he's available. He's a busy man. And she grabs one of the passing waitress types, gives them a little whisper in the ear, they nod and rush off. Cool, you want to wait? Just stand here, we'll wait.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll wait and we'll make small talk for the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Cool.
If it takes longer than that, I'll do
Kill
some fan
Zach.
favourites. But other than that, we're all good.
Cool. About 11 minutes passes, and Arena comes walking through the crowd. Arena comes walking through the crowd. He is dressed in a emerald green, real deep emerald green nighttime robe, as if one was retiring for the evening, and cares not that he's walking through the crowd of a busy tavern. And as he approaches, his very well-kept slick hair is no longer tied back behind his head, but hangs loose like a jet black lion's mane.
This is going to take a minute.
On weekends, they call me Big Ginge.
Tive, I feel we might need to
Alan,
get
just
under the
look
table
away.
from the gushing that's going to happen.
That's what you could have, Sinis.
I
If
think we need to get
you,
on top of the table.
if Tive had 6 months with the Games Master, I'm just saying.
Trent, so hard, your hair will go black.
Well, welcome.
Well, no.
And Arena addresses you all. Welcome back. How are we? It's only been a couple of hours. I hope nothing amiss has happened. Look straight at Zach.
Why does everybody look at me?
You're smaller than the rest. I wanted you to feel noticed.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna
Tive
turn
is like an inch taller than me, so it's nice to get noticed over him.
Yeah.
I hope
We've had
it's.
it happen quite the opposite. We discussed with our other members about the job we were discussing earlier.
I am
and figured
intrigued.
that this was a place that was unlikely to sleep, so that it would be better to just come back and tell you.
It is a rarity that we are closed, yes. What are you telling me?
Cool. Do you want us to tell you this? I'm just going to look around at a stood-up table in the middle of the bar, or would you like to go somewhere else? I'm going to try my best not to make that sound seedy. But she's struggling because this is a fine specimen.
Do I need to wait on the table?
Presented here with an order
Can
of
you
macro
can you
bamboo.
give me? Can you throw down a rope? He's 4 foot tall. I'm 2'9". All right.
That is a
Only
ridiculously. You two are so small. So, Chains, please arrange my personal room. We'll be using it for the next hour. Yes. And Chains heads off. We can sit and talk privately. No one will disturb us if you wish to keep your words away from other ears.
Yes.
Can all three of you give me perception checks? Please. Less of a request than just give me perception checks. For fudge's sake.
32.
Get them out of the way
And that's a
now.
critical success.
Cool.
19 for me. I didn't do
16 for me.
So, Sinis and Tave, you notice that nobody, and I mean nobody, is looking in Arena's direction. No one's straining. It's almost a deliberate, everyone's got their back to him to give him a perceived privacy. Zek, you notice in one of the, so behind shoulders where the alcove is, there is somebody stood there deliberately, almost like hiding in plain sight hiding. So rather than ducking behind stuff to stay in the shadows, they are full on Aragon in it and just got a hood over their eyes and they're just laid against the wall and staring back. But they are keeping an eye more so on Arena in a guarding sort of way. They have pale skin to the lower face where you can just see, and with the hood slightly down, and you can see their hands just in front of them, and they're pale skinned, similar to the humans of the central area of the continent.
Hey, Tibet?
Yes.
Tibet, have you ever seen a human?
Yes.
Are they like ridiculously pale and pinky?
Why would you ask?
Why? Because there's one over there.
He starts laughing. Oh my, you are
That-
perceptive.
Thank you. I am only 2'9".
It's not uncommon for them to be too pale.
Really?
For them to be pale,
I've never
but,
seen anyone that pale before.
To be fair,
just
great,
don't know, Thunder.
greys, greens, and blues. Fair enough.
Simmons
Also-
looks down at Arash and scales like, what?
Also, I mean, they're staring really intently at that guy.
Yes.
Can I have another look to see if I can see this guy?
Do you point in their direction? Do you point him out, Zach, or are you just saying,
Well, I kind of turn and I'll point.
cool? With that, you do notice there is somebody stood, deliberately hiding, or deliberately keeping themselves out of sight. And yes, they do seem to have a paler skin of the humans in the more central area of the continent.
I mean, it's really freaky.
Oh, that is staring.
I'm just going to look at Arena.
They're a personal
And
friend,
given that
and they watch over me with very protective eyes.
Oh, okay. Do they want to come over and watch you more closely? I don't know.
They are close enough to protect if needs be.
Oh, okay.
Is it a problem?
No. Lovely weather we're having.
Chains tips up. Arena, your room is ready. Thank you, Chains.
Oh, thank God.
Chains, please let them know they don't need to follow. And Chains knows exactly who he's talking about, and she heads over towards the human in the shadows. This way, please.
Give a little wave.
From beyond the hood, you notice that their head does tilt in somewhat of a small nod towards Uzek.
See? Like and respects alike. I didn't see the other 12, though, so we're still stuffed on that front.
Stick that. So, Arena leads you to the back of the, past the bar, to a doorway right next to the kitchen doorway. And just, at first glance, in fact, James, give me a thievery check.
Yeah, okay. 17.
Yeah, it looks like a door.
Yeah, it looks like a door.
As you get up to it, there's a door next to the kitchen door. Adjacent to that, Arena just steps through the wall, as if the wall is illusionary. And then pokes his head back through. Please follow.
Follow?
yeah,
Tibet,
walk on through.
Tibet, he just...
No,
I'm
Tevez
just
Gonna
disappeared.
walk on through.
Tevez gone.
I'm going to say, if he does it for a while, I'm just going to reach my arms back through, pick Zek up and pull him back through. Because I have the strength to do that. So it's like,
Zek's in so much shock that when the hands grab him of Sinis, he's like, okay. And you all go through
I'm
the...
gonna hit the wall!
And you all go through the illusionary wall. There's a short corridor that leads into a very, very less tavern-like. So let me just turn that down. You can still hear the music from the bar area, but it's quieter in here. In here, there are beautiful woodwork. There's a fireplace with a fire burning in it, but there's no chimney to it, as if it is more a arcane manifestation rather than true fire. There is a very beautifully ornate oval wooden table with several high-backed leather red chairs. It looks very much like a gentleman's office, where you would... a gentleman's club stereotype of cigars and expensive whiskies, etc. On lots of shelves and walls there are trophy mounts. Don't worry, RSPCA not involved. But of replicated items. You see on the back wall the shield that you returned to the knights, one of the knightly orders of Glycia. You see a stone greatsword that is a very long rectangle rather than the pointed end that you would see on some of the steel weaponry. You see a skull. You see a skull that is very similar to what you can assume Sinis' skull would look like, but of someone smaller than Sinis, maybe Zek or Teve's size. And there are other items that are on shelves and trophy mounts on the walls if you were to ask, etc. If not, don't worry about it. Please sit.
That's it.
Oh.
I'll plonk Zek down on a chair because I think I'm still carrying him.
Yeah. Just by scruff.
Like a cat.
Yep.
Yeah. As you sit, Zek, Talwyn climbs out of your backpack and just sits on the table in front of you. Arena,
Hey, buddy.
Arena goes to a brass globe, opens the top half of it, and there are several bottles of liquid, browns, and clear liquids, and a very, very pale pink liquid, and several very nice ornate crystal, thick tumbler glasses. He looks around. Do you all care for a drink?
I'll just politely decline, basically.
I'll take the pink one.
Yourself, Tibet?
I'll match whatever they're having because it seems respectful.
So he pours you half a glass of this pale pink liquid and brings it over to you, and he places them in front of you. He takes some of the deep, deep brown liquid, and you all sit at this oval table. So, we are in private. Nobody is eavesdropping, at least not those that I do not wish to eavesdrop. And he just sort of nods to the three walls around him. Can't remember which one of which one of you it was, but you noticed the peepee holes. Peepee holes. We'll have to change peepee. Peeking, glory. No, all right. It was Zek.
Yes, we spoke with our companion and are looking to take the job, but would like further information and obviously a better discussion on what we're looking at in terms of the fee.
Pay.
That pleases me greatly. So, there is a town called... Are you ready?
Yes.
Dolani. Dolani. It is not A-N-N-I.
Yep.
It is, as I've said, north of here. Not too far. Maybe 2 days' trek on the roads. And maybe half a day east of the road from which you leave it. We can put a marker on your map for you. It is only a small village. But it is there that the item I have requested is being held, looked after. So I would need you to go to Dolani. So 2 days there, half a day east. I simply wish the egg retrieved, intact, and brought back. How you achieve this goal, I judge not.
Will the egg require any care?
Yes.
Will it be standard maternal looking after care?
I would say anything you regard as care should be applied to this egg. Maybe not you, Zek. As someone of your skills may think taking care of something is to remove it from existence.
So,
Maybe.
am I correct in that this egg contains something alive and that we should look to keep it that way?
That
You
is-
don't have to tell me what, I just need to know if I need to nurture this egg like a child.
Please do.
Excellent.
Okay. Living egg. So, what does the egg look like?
That, and he points to one of the shelves, and there is a very large egg-ish shaped gemstone that has a slight at first glance, you think it's amethyst. Give me a crafting roll, Mr. Teve.
I'm hero pointing that. I'm not getting a 2.
Yeah.
Got a 3. 16. God damn it.
You know that it's not amethyst, despite the shading of it, the coloration of it. At first glance, even you thought it was amethyst, but the more you look at it, you
It's
can't.
not real amethyst.
Yeah.
Amy,
It's
can
a
I
gem.
try a lizard folklore?
Yes.
26?
Yeah.
So to yourself, it does have an amethyst edge to it. You may or may not assume that with every other replica in here. That's probably why there's something strange about it when you stare at it long enough. But the thing that you click onto, share this whether you like to or not, is it's a dragonborn egg rather than a lizard folk egg. So amongst your people, the lizard folk eggs are more akin to what normal eggs would look like. Some of them have variation of shading in shell, whereas the dragonborn eggs very much take on the imagery of an egg-shaped gemstone.
Can I do a bardic lore on Dragonborn?
You can do about it, Laura Dragonborn.
I'm going to stop
27.
writing notes.
What'd you get, sorry?
27.
You got 27 on a 2. Who rolled the 2? Jesus Christ.
Martin rolled
Me.
2.
All right, cool. I've just gone on to roll 20.
And she rolled a 13.
It's done all the dice rolls. 27. So, what you know, rather than Bardic Lore, what you know as Sinis is Lizard Folk, Dragonborn, very different. Very, very different. Like, there is, other than sharing scales, there's pretty much not a lot that gives you any other connection. You are very much the Lizard Folks are very much the true positive energy life sort of scaled creature of Colossus, whereas the Dragonborn have a mystical arcane aura about their how they're breeded, how they're born, how they live, how they die, etc., etc. All the
They're
dragon.
really magic, we're not.
Yes, you're more. Yeah, you're more raw, gritty, real. They are very supernatural. They are all.
Fictitious.
They are all descendants. No one has argued this or even tried to dissuade it, but they're all descendants of the original dragons on Colossus from thousands of years ago.
It's gravy time.
Oh, thank you for the subscription, Mr. Jimbles.
Hey!
Yeah, Jay.
So, the Dragonborn are descendants of the dragons. They were once quite a large empire. They are seen to be very, very. They're highly intelligent in their advancement of what they used when they tried to create their empire. But their own arrogance nailed them. Lots of people pushed back, and they ended up on an island called Karan. And the city upon the island is also called Karan. I'm having Minoan flashbacks.
Yep.
And that is the only place that there is a populace of Dragonborn, is Karan. They still believe that because they are the very long descendants of the dragons, that they should rule all. But everyone else is like, well, you can try again if you want. And they haven't come to that yet.
Come on, bro.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna nod, be like, okay. I can probably look after an egg of that nature. And I'm just gonna look straight back at Arena and be like, can you?
There are ways and means to care for such things, yes.
Okay.
I do not simply bring items into my collection without knowing the details of how to keep them intact.
This is fair.
That Sinis turns around in a Matrix moment and goes, I know Kung Fu. Oh, dragon.
But I need to know how to raise a dragonborn egg.
Yeah.
I know.
Dodge this.
Done. I
So-
mean, that's what bardic law basically is, isn't it? It's like, I'm just going to check the matrix, and then I've got the knowledge.
Yep.
Done.
Pretty much.
Linear.
Pretty much. I'll be Lawrence.
But yeah,
So simply go to the town of Delani, retrieve the egg, bring it back here intact.
Yeah. Bring back egg intact, living thing inside of it. Blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Who has the egg?
The Volkine.
It what?
Is
The
that a ring
Volkine.
for a person?
It is a group of... Have you ever heard of a centaur? You can...
No.
Yeah.
Cool. They are very similar, but they are wolf-bodied rather than horse-bodied.
badass.
So they're wolves in a town.
They share the town with Savai orcs.
Ah, okay. More plausible.
And it is the
So what are they-
Volkine that hold the egg.
Okay. And is it like in a building, in a warehouse?
If
Or
I
is it
knew
just,
all
you know,
this,
somewhere in
I'd
the
go
town?
myself, walk into the town and take it. I wouldn't need to hire mercenaries to go and do this for me.
This is fine, but it's prudent for us to ask as much information as we can.
Okay. And like, how many Volkine are there? And are there like, thousands of them, and they're going to come running after us when we get the egg?
If I stole from you, would you come back for it?
Let's
But-
put a pin in that one.
Well, then I shall put a pin in that answer.
No, you can't, because you're hiring us to do this job.
I just did.
Yeah, but how many people are there? How many Volkine?
It is a
Volkine?
village shared between the Volkine and the Savai orcs. How many people are in a village? 10, 20, 200?
I don't know, you tell me.
If I knew the answer, I'd tell you.
Cool.
Oh,
So we need
okay.
to learn how many people are in there. That's fine.
So we need to scout the town as much as
Yeah.
and find the item itself within the town. Okay. Should be
80.
easy enough.
Yep.
Can I do a bardic law on Volkine?
Why not?
Isn't it?
It's taking its time. 25.
25.
So other than what I've just said, that they are centaurs but wolf.
I'll tell you what I'm looking for it.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
looking for, do they share the traits with wolves? Are we going to have to be fooling heightened sense of smell, heightened sense of hearing, decent night vision, pack tactics, that kind of stuff?
All the above.
Cracking.
With the
So
added...
wolves with bigger brains and 2 stomachs.
Yes.
Big brains, two stomachs, and
Cracking.
archers.
It's important to know that they are orc top half, not human top half.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, I'll keep that for later. Okay. So, and I'll just mutter through that out loud. So, Zavai have all the pros of wolves, including the heightened senses of smell, hearing. The sight's pretty good. They'll work as a pack. Probably quite a lot on instinct, and their top half are orcs, so they'll be strong as hell.
They are fairly strong and robust creatures, yes. Or people.
I wonder if they're magically inclined, but that's something for us to find out.
They are more than able to learn everything that you are.
Cool.
They are not a... They are a very intelligent race.
Okay. Okay.
So, payment?
Are you doing this by yourself, Zach?
No.
Would you like a gold, item, or favour?
Gold,
That goes for all three of you?
yes. And there is a fourth.
I'm not asking you, I'm asking them.
Oh, God, do you really have to? They're just going to say favour.
Probably, but
Well,
that's far more valuable when
you
you deal
can
with
s-
people in this trade.
You can spend
You seem
your
to
gold,
forget that.
and they can spend their favour. I do not see an issue with it.
Yes.
So, Sinis. I'm more than happy for gold, favour, or item.
I'm more than able to make the gold that I need relatively easily.
I can
as you are well aware.
I can entertain that.
So I will probably be going for favour or item, but we'll consider this further, if this is okay.
Noted. And Tavir?
Little from column A, little from column B, favours and items. Gold's relatively meaningless.
Do you also wish to think on it further? Or do you have something in mind?
I don't have any specific item. No, I don't have any specific item, but over time it's always worth having favours with people such as yourselves rather than just doing a bit of pocket work.
A wise choice.
And I believe... what's the answer for the one that's not here?
I'm not sure. You probably want...
Gold.
For simplicity and...
To be fair, two of us are looking for favourite items. But he tends to like the more mystic stuff as well.
Yeah, he doesn't care about gold either. He's paid for by his...
Yeah.
He's paid for by his...
Got a company credit card.
He's paid for by what?
Yeah.
I dares you to finish that sentence.
By his employer. Just because you throw gold and treats at your friends does not mean he is not already covered by his employer.
I'm just going down. It's like, this is why I don't answer when you tell me you're buying me things. I can make money if I want it, relatively easily. It's much, and I'm just going to pull out the little pendant I got last time. I got my payment. It was worth it. I'm just going to tuck it back in. You are not under obligation to bankroll us.
I'm under obligation to keep you alive.
Fair.
That is a good obligation to take.
I mean, the family motto says that technically, as long as you're always prepared.
I'm just going to look at you like, yeah.
Family motto comes after, but you know.
Yeah, we'll consider what's going on.
Arena's just sat there listening to you three. Diploma.
In terms of items, what kind of things would be in the ballpark for this kind of mission?
I am a collector of antiques. I can merely show you my collection, and you may choose. Yes, David.
Quick request. This is more of an out of character.
All right.
Can I run a crafter's eye over the shield on the wall that looks remarkably like the one I brought back that we gave away?
You are 100% aware it's a replica.
Okay.
In that it wouldn't be very useful in combat. Like you spotted that as soon as you walked in. That a lot of the stuff in here. The only thing
you named them replicas, I assume so.
Yeah. You especially, mate. Just you're like, oh, cool. That's not a bad replica.
Yeah, that's fine then. I'll not interrupt her with, we want that.
For Zek, if the egg is returned to us with no trouble, I will give you 4,000 gold coins. If it's returned to me with trouble quickly behind it, I will give you 1,000 gold coins. But I will still pay.
Sinis is going to stare off into the distance briefly and then zone back in and be like, would that be the same for myself if I decided gold?
Yes.
I will take that. Because that's what fate said.
You drew the bag of coins card.
I drew a take the goddamn money card. I was like, alright.
I could kiss that deck sometimes.
With your accent, Zek, you probably shouldn't have said the word deck. So, Zek, is that okay for your needs to keep them alive?
4,000 gold?
If there is no trouble attached to the returning or the requiring and bringing it back to me. If trouble follows, you only get 1,000 gold.
Double it.
Okay, I'll give you 2,000 gold if there's trouble.
No, double the top end.
You want 8,000 gold?
Yes.
Give me a diplomacy check.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll.
Yes! Did the same thing. second hero point.
We can't.
No.
We won't get to take it.
How about this, Zek?
Technically, yes.
How about
Yes.
this? I will raise it to 6,000 gold if you bring the egg to me with no trouble attached. But if you bring it back to me with trouble attached, you will get nothing.
Okay.
So this is like, I'm happy with the 4,000 and the 1,000. I'm just throwing that out there.
Then yours remains at 4,000 and 1,000. Tevir?
I'm going to keep with favours.
Noted. Now, you may spend the evening here if you so wish, but if you are travelling north, it's mighty cold and I don't want you to be exhausted in the morning, so we do have rooms, but you will be spied upon.
How about no? But thanks.
I'm just gonna type. Do you mean spied upon or spied upon?
Yes.
Can I get a cut?
And my finger went up even before you finished it.
Legit. I'll increase that.
We will bed down elsewhere. That's
Noted. And he simply pushes his hair back and ties it off in a ponytail. Now, Mary, I can't even speak. I shall retire for the evening. And good luck. Hopefully I will see you in 5 to 6 days.
Are we returning said item here, or would you rather us bring it to a intermediary place?
I would rather you pick a tavern within this mighty city, Sinis, and sing of a great egg, one with the soul of a dragon and mighty knights flying on dragoned creatures about it, and I will come and collect it.
Understood.
And he waits for you all to leave.
I will nod and leave. If Zek doesn't leave immediately, I will pick him up by the screen.
I will take the drink. Apparently go through the wall.
So as you drink the drink, can you both give me... is it mind? Chuffing RPGs. Will.
Constitution
I need a
or
will.
Wix?
I need a will.
A will save.
I need a will
Oh, no.
It's only a very, very low. You're fine.
26.
Cool.
26.
Cool. So between the pair of you,
High five, goblins.
as you drink the pink liquid, it's very bubbly, and you feel, you know, when you eat, what was it, like crackle pop, and it fizzes in your mouth, popping candy, and it fizzes in your mouth. You get that fizzing feeling on your tongue, and then there is a very brief, maybe 5 to 6 seconds, where the illusion of the door disappears, and you just see a archway in the wall, and then after those 5 or 6 seconds, it disappears.
What the flip was that?
I feel like I don't know.
The archway was there, and now it's back to being a wall again.
For this is an extra thing, depending on Sinis's answer. Sinis, were you in front of these two or behind them?
Well, I'm holding Zek by the scruff.
So technically, Zek will be in front of her, and I'll
Yeah,
probably be
so he'll
behind.
be in front, and yeah, today's
Okay,
probably
so
the side behind.
Zach, you see the doorway reveal itself. Tevere, you see the doorway reveal itself, but you also see Sinis completely rainbow scaled. And after that 5 6 seconds, she just returns to her colouring of the day.
I'm going to assume it's the drink and think nothing of it for a bit.
Cool. And you return to HQ.
I'm going to put the tumbler in my backpack.
You have a very expensive glass tumbler. If you wish to
Yeah,
make
I
a
do.
crafting roll to it, I'll tell you how much it's worth.
When we get back there, Tippy.
I'll run a quick crafter's appraisal, yeah. I believe that's just a crafting roll still. God damn it! That's a 1.
Seriously, roll 20.
14.
You are
14.
you
It's a
are
1.
aware that it's a glass tumbler. It's pretty well made. So you return to the HQ of the Knights of Ivy. And I'm going to call a break there. Because it's 9:30. Mask off. Right.
It's not hardcore.
Viewers, we are quickly going to have a break. If you're watching this on YouTube or the Twitch VOD, We break for about 10 to 15 minutes and then we shall return. Feel free to flick through, or I will try and cut it out on the edit. Stick around for part 2 as we head north with this lot. Right. Now let's have a break time. Break time!
Break time!
Sorry, it's got to do with dice rolls.
And then you all die. Oh, welcome back to the channel. No, that was shit. Right, hello, welcome back to part 2. We're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We use Sunscape as our background music. You can find us on social media. Our sponsors are all over the screen. And, yeah, we love you all. So, let me put my music on. Dun, 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 dun.
Word association game where we say something wrong or say the wrong thing, you get hit over there like this.
So, right, just before the break, this lot have basically confirmed that they will do the job for Arena, the owner of the Spiraling Flight Tavern and Smuggling Organisation, or Antique Collectors. And then you all die. Hey, DTM 2020. Pretty much the entire year. Oh yeah, you can't write this stuff for Sharadel. You can't write it. I don't write. I refuse. So you've gone and spoke to Arena. There were moments, and you have decided to take the job. Some of you for gold, others for favour. Some of you experienced some wonderful effects after drinking some of the very, very, very expensive alcoholic beverages that Arena supplied you. Gavain has arranged teachings for Gideon whilst they're away. And you've all returned back to the Ivy Knight HQ in the city of Volkine. And you're all getting your head down, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. It's lit, so you reckon by trekking around everywhere and doing such a thing, you went to bed at a good old 2 a.m, which for you lot, we will know is normal. And you rise with the noise of people opening shops, going to work, criers calling for manoeuvres from nightly orders because they're fecking everywhere. And there is a bustle and hustle around the city that wakes you. You can assume that it's dawn or just after. You do feel as though you have had your 8 hours of undisturbed rest for whatever that affects some of yourselves. And yeah, you are fed breakfast in the Ivy Night mornings. Gideon, shockingly, is nowhere to be seen. You do not see him in the training yard, in any of the halls. He is not with his stone wyvern egg. He's nowhere to be seen.
Has anyone seen him leave? Or...
He is with Putin.
Ah, excellent. Oh, we're calling him Putin. Yeah, I thought we could go with Putin.
Yeah, I wrote down Putin because I thought it was funny. And then you were like, Roger. Although you didn't say Roger.
So if we're all dead through some form of cyanosis next week, then yeah, just blame Russia.
That's all right. That's heavyweight gaming does not associate with such comments. So it's
I'm not
morning.
going to touch any door handles.
Well, it's morning time. It's breakfast. What's the plan, Roger Putin?
I've done my woad for the day, AD. It's not the magic woad because I think we're just walking today. But I've done it's all little pentacles, so they look like little coins.
Okay.
And a couple of crowns because it was the Queen of Pentacles.
Can you pull me another card, please?
Yeah. It's more coins, so it's 5 of pentacles. Inverted, so that's 2 money cards. That one is basically recovery from financial loss, but spiritual poverty.
Ooh.
You mean we're about to go rob something?
I mean, I've just taken the money as opposed to a favour, but the other card told me to do it so it can pipe down.
Yes!
The other
Yeah, that's-
card told me to do it.
The other card told me to do it, it can pipe down. But yeah, that's two money cards, so it's focused on the coins today. And they also, they're all about Earth and financial health and creativity.
Cool. Noted.
Certainly some financial creativity going on here.
And financial creativity. That's what we've got there.
Cindy supplies her ward. You are all ready, prepped, fed, watered.
As long as there's no one else around, I'm going to mention to Mr. Gavain that the town we're heading to is Delany, and mention the word of that word Volkine, and see if his sort of being from this city and it not being that far away, only a couple of days trek, if he knows anything about those, like populations or anything like that.
I will pull some reports on what do you call it? It was called again?
Delany.
Delany.
Yeah, go raid the archives. Just see if there's any recent news.
In the archives. It's probably not weekly. You give me a perception check just as you're flicking through stuff. What did you get? 27.
Okay.
Cool. Nice, nice. So, flicking through, you pull up various parchments and scrolls. There's not a right lot on Delany, other than the mention of it being a town to the north. It is a shared populace. It's only village in size for whatever people deem a village all over the world. It'll be different in different countries. But you reckon it's a populace of a couple hundred.
Sounds alright.
The what do they call them? The folk that live there are just everyday grey orcs. You don't see any of the green or blood orcs coming this close to the city. They stay in their respective regions. Majority grey orcs, but they also share the village with a race of centaur-like creatures, or at least they're called centaurs in other countries in the world. Here they're called Volkine, which are the bodies of wolves and the upper torso of orcs.
Oh, so their upper torso is orc, not human. Cool.
Correct. Yeah, they get along. So Delany as a place, yes, it exists. Yes, it's a village. Of any significance of why there be something of incredible worth there, you are unaware. Until you start looking into the Volkine. And as you look into the Volkine, you discover that the Volkine used to have a establishment. They had a place of where they used to live themselves. They lived in a very small, almost bungalow-esque castle. And there they were well known, or at least so the myths go, that the Volkine used to be great friends with the dragonborn far to the just east-south. The Quran is not too far from Savai. But they were great friends of the dragonborn. And the dragonborn used to trust them and reward them for an alliance. Some of the rewards that were given were magics. Others were items that would help the Volkine. When the dragonborn were quite aggressive in pushing for territories and stuff in Colossus, the Volkine said no, and the alliance was broken. There are words like curse, killed, enemies, stuff like this throughout your parchments. And the Volkine and the dragonborn of Quran ended up on bad terms. The word Korontai pops up a lot, and that is the reference to dragonborn as a collective. The one-levelled castle area is supposedly not far from Delany, when you are looking at a map. But never have you visited it, You don't know of anyone that visits it, and there are no reports of any of the Knights of Ivy visiting it.
Any word of brigging activity or similar things on the roads?
Other than the norm, there is nothing that has been put down specific. You check in with some of the travelling Ivy Knights, and no one has encountered anything than a few, maybe trying a pot shot or two with a bow to rob a merchant caravan or a travelling anyone. But there's no reports of any keep an eye out for this specifically as it's bad.
Alright, sweet. I'll let Sinis know, and I'll also let Goblins know by proxy.
That'll cost you a good hour. So yes.
And if it's 2.5 days, sort of like...
Yes,
Half a day to the east.
Yeah.
So quite literally, Gavin, if you walk the trail for 2 days, and the second evening, if you were to then just turn east on an easterly direction, you are aware that the valleys and forest area that like meet and merge with the areas of tundra, you'll get to Delaney.
Yeah.
You don't believe it will be too hard to find.
Sweet.
Oh.
So yeah, so apparently the Volkine are the ones that have the egg, which is the thing that we're going to collect.
Alright. But we're collecting it, we're not stealing it.
Yes.
We're expecting it.
Everyone in the canteen looks at you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not likely. We're probably not going to have this conversation in the
Yeah. I guessed it was not knocking on the gaffer's door and be like, "Excuse me, can we steal an egg?"
No trail combo.
Can we have a permission slip, please?
Yeah. I don't want to do PE in skins today. I just like to point out to PE teachers, why is it always us chubby kids that to do skins and the fit kids that to wear t-shirts? I'm just saying you've got issues. It's 2020, man, sort it out. Carry on.
Yeah, but Eddie, when that happened, it was in the 80s.
Freezing pass.
Very true.
Freezing pass.
The kids still make me do skins.
Anyway, yeah. So I'll just let them know that I'll let you know that there's been minimal bandit activity or anything like that on the roads. Nothing flagged up as alerting. Give a rough idea of where we're going, what we can expect to see, etc. To everyone. And then just to say, do we want to get horses or are we good just walking?
Only 2 days, we might as well walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the time is measured in walk. If you were to get mounts, it'd be obviously quicker.
Yes.
You said that they had fallen out with the dragonborn.
Yes. Historically.
Cool.
In a big way, not in a we forgive you kind of level.
The egg that we are retrieving is a dragonborn egg, not a lizard egg.
Okay, so they may have taken it or captured it from the dragon.
So they may have stolen it themselves.
Excellent, it's a retrieval. There you go.
Yeah.
Way of selling it to certain parties.
I'm pretty sure I can look after it. Is there anything special, Adi, that I know about that I will need to do differently to a dragonborn egg? Like,
What regarding caring for it?
yeah, keep it warmer, or I don't know.
It needs to be in the presence of arcane energy. Your perfect example of this is Teve.
He's not arcane.
I'm divine, buddy.
You are a sorcerer. It will work.
I was going to say, I'm more arcane than he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a cool.
Magic.
Yeah.
It needs to be in the presence of magical energy.
Okay, in which case I can look after it. Yeah,
Jesus,
that's fine.
bloody Christ. Rules, man.
So,
Yeah, they're
we-
rules. They're in a book. It's called a rule book.
Never looked at it in my life.
You own
Yeah.
one.
Mate, I own Slim Fast. I've never drunk it.
That's because that's Bex's.
Bex, James just called you fat live on Twitch.
Oof.
No, you did that.
Run, buddy, run!
She's drinking wine.
I'm
It's been a
back
pleasure
in the
knowing you. It's a
game.
pleasure knowing you.
So the egg
Uh,
be looked after by me or you today, because we're magic.
Amazing.
Okay?
Okay,
Yeah?
buddy. Got this.
let me know how it goes. I'm just going to redo my wedding vows. So you are aware that it needs to be in the presence of magic.
That's fine. So yeah, we need to keep magic with it, keep it warm, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a magical being. So yeah.
There.
Surely if it's a dragonborn, then it's like a dragon. It is a sort of a bloodline elemental, that kind of yada yada yada.
Probably.
Attuned to something, you know.
Yeah, magic.
Yeah, wizard did it.
Wizards?
Cool.
That and looking at the colouring of it, it's likely to be linked into power and will very much, I'm just going to look at you, like today.
Actually, 80.
Yes.
Given the religion around
Being a father today.
Dragonborn,
Yep.
are they revered in any special way by the normal people of this world? Of Savine?
The orcs, no. Because
Okay.
the orcs see them as... This is, again, a wide sweeping statement rather than personal opinion.
Yeah.
But historically, the orcs have seen the Dragonborn as entitled, spoilt little brats. Just because, you know, your parent or origin was a great and powerful entity that we now worship. We have no time for you. Well played. You've got a famous dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas there will be parts of the world that do revere the Dragonborn as sons of such divine entities. I am so tempted to call one of the Dragonborn Jesus. But no.
So, so Dragonborn are basically just the Munchkin creation to make 5-year-olds play D&D. I understand. Right, cool.
Oh, all right.
Cracking. Let's head
You
off.
do know, Gawain, that facing a Dragonborn, so the stories tell you have never yet done it yourself, but you know you always get those fireside stories where it took, if one orc took down 2 Dragonborn, it is beyond, it's unheard of, it can't be done, they must be a great hero of legend to do such a thing. There is a very heightened opinion of their abilities in both martial and magic wielding abilities. Not that you've ever witnessed it.
Cool. So they are semi-revered as mighty foes.
Yeah, except by the orcs who are like, whatever, kid, get back in your house.
Stu views Dragonborn as whatever, kid, get back in your yard. But at the same time,
Oh, actually, give me a religion roll.
give you a little. That's good.
Ah, yeah, because this will give you a cool thing if you roll.
18?
What'd you get? 15? 18.
I got 18.
18.
10 on my dice roll. Yeah.
Divine Dragonborn don't exist. They
There's
don't.
only-
They don't use divine magic at all. They don't paladin, clericy, champion. Yeah, they don't do any of that. It is a. It's almost opposite to yourselves. They don't do the religious side of taking power from dragon gods and goddesses and in betweens. They are the walking embodiment of it. They would they'd never lower themselves.
Yeah. Right. Awesome. Okay. I think we could get on with these Wolf Central Orc guys. I think they sound like cracking people. Hopefully they'll cause us no issue.
Yes.
I think that if we're trying to steal their large, probably prized possession and huge scope of potential leverage, they're probably going to try and kill us.
Collect.
Okay, we all know what the mission is.
Let's.
Oh. So I thought we were still playing along for Gawain.
No. I'm aware of what the mission is. I'm on about leaving the city and getting there now. And getting it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
While we're vaguely
let's rock and
close to law, we should probably be careful.
Yes.
Are we out of the city yet?
I don't know. You started another conversation. You head north to the northern exits of the city, of which are several around this massive city. And you, looking at your map and the information you gathered earlier, Gawain, you are aware to head out on exit number 6. But you leave the city. You head north, and you stick to the trails and pathways trod by many, to the point where they almost look manufactured. And you start heading north. You have a 2-day trek. On your first day of trek, the silence all around you is so obvious, it's almost annoying. There's no sound of creatures, no sound of in the air or through the snow. There's no sight of anything in the immediate vicinity. You can just get these slight tinges of mountains and forests in the far distance. And the great city behind you. Towards the evening of the first day, Sinis, can you pull me a card, please?
It's like we've walked for miles. I turn around. Oh, we have.
Well, they have. You've just kind of been dragged.
Oh. So it's an inverted star. Disconnection. It's almost like we've left civilization.
Jesus, it proper freaks me out, this stuff.
To be fair, some of it, there's like 3 or 4 meanings, so you just pick the one that fits, but they are pretty good.
You're not supposed to tell him that.
I was all mystified and everything then.
It's magic! But yeah, it's disconnection.
Okay.
The other bits for it are lack of faith.
It's gravy
fits in with your
time.
dragonborn. Despair, and trusting in yourself.
Thank you for the Prime subscription, Innovato.
Innovato.
There you go. Thank you. It is the evening of the first day. You pull from the road. There are several almost lay-by type areas along these huge treks that go. I know it's you, Bram. Thank you. That you are used to when you travel all over Survive. If you go off the road, then it gets a little bit shit. You pull into one of these laybys. You set up your camp. There is always fresh kindling and such that others bring with them and leave. And you set up your camp for the evening. Do you put on watch or do you all sleep?
And watch to start with.
Asleep.
Cool.
I'll take a watch.
I was going to say I'll take a turn.
Cool. So the 3 of you take a turn. Gawain, you're first. Cool. During your watch, can you give me a will save?
Will save.
Oh, you're fucked. Do you want to reroll?
Oh no!
What nature of will saves do you require?
What nature of will save?
What is it? Fear based and anything like that?
Nah, mate, this is divine based.
That's fine. Okay, cool. In that case, 15.
Cool.
It's just I get bonuses for other types.
What's the other types? Just so I'm.
I've got courage, aura, so fear is a lot harder.
So you don't get scared. But is there anything else?
No.
All right.
Currently.
Now, don't say it so like that. Apparently, you know what I mean.
No, so currently is what I said.
All right, cool. So you sat there taking your watch. You see Sinis, Tavir, Zek all chilling out, sleeping, and you stare across the north in the direction you're going. For some reason, Sinis and Tavir sleeping on each other. Every now and then, you hear Sinis go, "Adrena, rainbow lizard," and you feel as you do when you take a knee in the temple and pray. When you get that strange aura around you, knowing that the Ivy Knight has at least paid you enough attention to listen and absorb the prayers that you and the fellow knights send their way. But you ain't praying. And you look across to your right, and you see Gideon. You are 100% aware he is not right next to you. And Gideon has took a knee, and he's praying to the Ivy Knight. And then, in the blink of an eye, you see him bound as if in chains by very, very strong ivy. And he's on the floor, gagged, tied, everything, bound to the floor with ivy. And then you going to take some mental damage, my friend, before the next thing happens. You take 4 points of mental damage.
Ow.
Or mind, or whatever it is.
Cool.
You then feel weightless. All your armor on you, and you feel weightless. And you see the image of the Ivy Knight striding towards Gideon, thick plate armour, furred around the shoulders, a great helm with a T-visor that you cannot see beyond, ivy way over the top and all over the armour. The cloak behind the humanoid, all flavoured with the colorations and styles of ivy wrapping round a green sea wave.
Mum?
Holy shit. Shut up there, eat your spuds. And they pull from their sheath upon their back the green tinged silver sword that is definitely upon your eyes a two-handed weapon that they are wielding as easily if it was a spoon in one hand. And they place the blade on the back of Gideon's neck, and there is a nick of blood that trickles to the floor. And you feel yourself bound. You feel as if, and you are very aware of this, you feel as if a geas has been placed upon your soul.
Just want to point out, he's reading a rule book.
Can you see the rulebook?
Yes, I saw it. I saw it with my own
Look.
two eyes.
All it is in between has got a playboy, alright?
Oh.
At least
Right.
it says Playboy.
And you feel as if a geas has been placed upon you. And you are aware of this mark upon your soul, but you are not aware of what the geas has held you to. The Ivy Knight, embodied, turns and points their two-handed greatsword at you. And you just hear the voice, "Do not fail to judge." And you wake.
Ah, are we under attack? Shit. No.
Arena.
No.
You got Tavir saying it now. Yeah. You got Tavir going about cotton needles. Zach's going gold. McScrooge.
I'll do
Jesus.
I'll do a quick introspective prayer to the Ivy Knight to reaffirm my goal and approach in this particular one. I will I'll reassure myself, with nothing else, that allowing my companions to proceed on this for the moment is going to lead to a better judgment in the end, and that the bigger enemy here is going to be revealed shortly.
Okay. You feel as you do when you pray.
Kind of cattering myself to make sure, just reassure myself and take the scared little boy and make him like, yeah, I'm doing the right thing here. I'm not breaking any vows. I'm doing the right thing.
And you feel as if you've reassured yourself.
No one's dead yet. Ooh.
Yeah, buddy. You can do it. I mean,
However long you wish to take watch is up to you. If whoever you wake next.
I'm going to deliberately skip second watch and not wake them. Almost like I forgot.
Skip, as in take it, or sleep through it.
As in, I'll take it.
Alright, cool.
Get to wake the person who had said they would do second watch.
Cool. It's well into the minuses of temperature for the night. And
Got a fire going, right?
yeah, I've assumed you're not going to commit suicide out on the road.
Yeah. I'll just look at fire, pull my furs around a bit more.
Give me a perception check. What's the finger for? Do you
What?
want to say something, Zach?
No, it's for Martin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, finger. Alright. 21 perception.
Talwyn's not with you. You've not seen him. No, you cast your mind back. You've not seen him since he left the city. He's not poked his head out of the pack. Watching Zek now, you know, you can see the pack slightly open. There's no sign of the bright, vibrant blue of Talwyn the ferret.
I'll go into my pack and I'll pull out the acorn and I'll just play with it a little bit.
Shit the bed. Don't ever say I pull out my acorn and play with it again.
Just like, run it in my fingers and then think better of it because of the time. Put it back in my pack.
Cool.
Stick in that thought process. And okay, yeah.
You're now well into the night, mate. It is bastard freezing.
All right, I will now wake up the person who's supposed to be next and swap.
Who do you wake? Who was next?
I think it was Tiv.
Tiv, you are woken up by the lovely Gawain. And Sinis just drops to the floor as Tiv moves. You take 19
Gonna
points.
curl up round her tail.
Oil. So, Tiv, you are woken up. Which
I'll
is
pass the blanket and say it's bastard freezing, mate.
Yes, it is. And you take your watch.
Hit some more firewood, yada yada yada, and I'm gonna turn in.
Cool. You hit the hair and you sleep. Tiv, you are watching. It's dark. It's pretty damn cold. There's not a lot going on. Give me a perception check.
13.
Cool. You carry on with your life. What's left of it?
Reassured much?
It is a very
I'm awake, given
calm.
that nothing's happening. I'm just going to write more scrolls.
It is very calm, quiet. It is very cold, but you know you've lived here all your life. You write your scrolls. There is nothing supernatural attacking you during your watch. And after your time, do you wake Sinis or do you wake Zek?
Given that he skipped one of the watches already, I'm waiting for it to be dawn. There are only 3 of us splitting it.
Okay. So what, you're doing 3 each, give or take. Alright. So yeah, you wait, and as you realise that it is becoming dawn, you're like, that's quick.
I'm sure I should have been walking up at that.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's
Why
just
is it 7?
yeah. Pretty sure it's just still be dark before I pass over. So yeah, you it gets to dawn, and you're a smart goblin. Gawain definitely did more than he was supposed to.
Pull out a pan and start frying some breakfast ready for him waking up.
Boom.
Bacon.
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 Bacon. No, I'm in. It's sewed.
Is that the resurrection key for us, AD? Instead of using Phoenix down, we use bacon.
I didn't hear any of that. I just heard bacon.
There we go.
You were just like bacon. Yep, I'm in. Let's do this. You sort breakfast out. Everyone wakes up. You prepare yourselves for the second day. You all jump on your boots and scale feet and bare feet and whatever. Probably Gawain just in boots. And you all start heading further up the trail.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with S.
Zek, you see stones fall and die.
Ah!
Right.
That begins with S.
Give me a will save to there. As you're all pottering along and you're all small talking and playing I Spy with Zek, it's very windy. 16? Everyone, so, well, the other 3, Gawain, Tavir, not yourself, Gawain, Zek, and Sinis all have grey eyes. Very, very familiar grey eyes. And it lasts for half the day, easy.
I was going to say, as soon as I noticed the grey, I'm going to question it.
What you questioning? How are you questioning?
I'm literally asking any of them, it's like, why are your eyes all grey?
I would literally look at people and like, I don't think they are.
Why would I have grey eyes?
Mine are yellow.
My eyes have always been baby blue. That's what my goblin mummy told me.
Good for you, buddy.
They are
Okay.
entirely brown.
Can I roll a... I'm going to go with religion because that's my casting. See if I recognise what's happening to me.
Yes.
That's going to be good. 22!
You're Mima.
Bebop. Yeah. I thought it was going to be.
You are aware that she is able to watch when she so desires, but she must have a focus to watch.
As that comes to mind, I'm going to sort of think, not that many people about. We've not seen many other people on the road, have we?
No, none whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
No one is coming towards you or in front of you.
Fantastic. Guys, give me a minute. I'm going to turn around, cast Animate Dead, and summon a small skeleton or zombie.
Can you give me that page number?
Advanced Player's Guide.
Oh, brilliant! What an absolute.
All of it. Just not any page. The entire.
Give me a page, a book. Cheers, thanks.
Right, I don't actually know what page.
I want you to know that the card for my word this morning was moodiness and emotionally manipulative.
Oh shit! Advanced Player's Guide, page 214.
Covered in cups.
What's it called?
Animate Dead. It's not like 5e where you target a pile of corpse.
This is what this is. This is why I need
This
to.
is literally you summon a creature.
This is why I want
level.
you. Look at it. Animate Dead. And you are summoning a what? Crawling hand, skeleton guard, zombie shambler.
Just a skeleton guard. Let's burn the first level. Or a skeleton guard because they can talk.
How long does it last?
A minute that I concentrate.
For a minute for every time you concentrate, or you just have it for a minute?
Oh no! I have it for a minute, but I have to sustain it each round.
Okay,
for a
okay.
minute if I was using it in combat.
So you summon the skeletal remains of what appears to be some sort of orc skeleton. It's tall, thick-boned. The skull has a thicker dome on the forehead, akin to that of Gavain. You can see that there is a strength behind their skeletons, constitutionally, etc. And it just stands
Uncle
there.
Barry?
No.
Eva?
Meh. No.
That's impressive, Div. Never seen you that before. A new trick.
Why are we summoning the skeleton?
Sorry, when your eyes go grey like that, it took me a minute to realise, but great-great-grandma was watching, so I needed to sort of... I just summoned a thing that it'd be easier for her to talk through if she needed a word.
What? Your great-great-grandma?
Okay, sure. Yeah. That's totally, yeah.
Don't worry about it. Family
Okay.
I'm with him.
Oh,
What?
I'm not.
I'm just going to look for the skeleton and sort of wait and if it's going to speak to me or not. It's like, I don't know if you need to give me a message.
Where are you going today?
Sorry?
Where are you going today? The voice is non-reminiscent to... You get from the tone of it who it is, but it's not the recognition of voice.
Okay. Heading a couple of days north, half a day east.
Why?
Doing good job.
A well-paid job.
Exceptional.
Sorry,
This
I
idiot
couldn't
thinks
help it.
Vulcans more than anything.
Still with that one then.
You keep it well, you keep it warm.
How's the soles of your boots?
Yeah, they
I wish
yeah.
abode where you go.
Sorry?
I wish abode where you go.
You want me to bring some... You want me to get you a home there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Would you require anything particular?
A roof.
Okay. I will craft a... you want me to craft a, like, gargoyle or something and sell it to a local?
Always.
Buy a house. Okay.
Don't offer to buy a house. You don't have the money for that. You just cash in the favors.
I can summon a cozy cottage right now if it's so that someone could come and talk to you, but it will only last for 8 hours.
Gonna look up. Will that be any use?
I need it more permanent.
I'll get a go. I will have a gargoyle crafted in the next town.
Goodbye.
Hi, Bebo.
Eat well.
Thank you, Bebo.
And the skeleton just, oh no, turns to dust.
Timmy, just a few questions. Number one, off the top of my head,
What the fuck?
What in the flip was that?
That was the skeleton guard that I summoned.
Idiot.
Right.
This is just roll bardic lore on the name Taylor.
Because I have given my family name before.
Go on.
Okay, so it's a skeleton. Why was it talking?
Because my family...
It's dirty 20.
Cool, I'll come back
because
to
my
it.
family matriarch wanted a word.
And you knew this because our eyes were grey.
You know when, like, 5 to 10 minutes ago when I asked it why all your eyes were grey?
Yes.
And none of you could see it?
Yes.
That meant that it was happening to me, not you.
Right.
So
And
I did
that's
some
like
thinking.
that's like some kind of mystical device for contacting you,
It's
like an
some
acorn.
thinking. And yeah, it's I'm carrying an acorn. You guys are my acorn.
Hey,
I'm an
yo,
acorn. I don't want to be an acorn. I never signed up to be an acorn. How much does being an acorn cost?
What's
Yes,
that?
Gavain.
Where's your conscience, mate?
What conscience?
Calwin.
I don't know. It's in my backpack, right?
Do you check?
I check my backpack.
No, Talwin.
Mother flipper! Apparently, I have no conscience. I'm not entirely sure how long I've not had a conscience.
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah, no, I was almost about to pick up dice then.
Good luck.
In this dice play game.
Well, I don't trust Roll20 anymore.
Apart from the nat 20s you had at the beginning of the night. 22.
I take that back. 22.
Last
I
time
love you. Don't change.
Last time you saw Talwin was on the table of arenas in the back room. You can't remember seeing him since.
I think we left him at the bar, which is kind of where I usually leave my conscience. So it's kind of apt.
Well, this has been an interesting morning, says Gavain, wondering if he's sleep deprived.
But I'll tell you what, I'll go and collect him when we get back with an egg. I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. Maybe he's drinking some of the pink juju juice that allows you to see doors.
More concerned that he may be telling other people what we're doing, druids, for example.
What, Tawin? Tawin doesn't
Yeah.
talk. He's not a talker.
Yes,
you.
he does. The first thing he did when he got back to the forest last time was go and talk to, the orc whose name I've forgotten.
Haha! Walks with us.
The, Otto.
Otto, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay. Well, fair enough.
So he is reporting stuff in, and he can talk.
Okay. So we don't take Tawin along when we talk the naughty stuff, just like we don't take Gavain's squire.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, lessons learned. Can we carry on now? And also, question number 2. What the flib was your relative wanting to talk to you about?
You
And
heard
why
as
does
much as
why
I
does he
did.
want a gargoyle?
It's a she. It was just a skeleton of an orc that it was talking through, and a gargoyle so that it has something to possess to have a look at the town.
Okay. Yep. Totally glad I do not come from any kind of magical orientated bloodline whatsoever. Are we carrying on now?
I was gonna say,
Yep.
Adi, do I have enough to piece together?
I'm gonna fill you in
Yeah.
on your role when you've all
Cool.
finished. Yep. So as you are all conversing and such, and Sinis, the name Taylor could be common, but those little things that have just happened match stories you've heard of the exaggerated crafters from, when the first goblins came to survive, or when the gods and dragons created skill that allowed them to craft magical wares, items, weapons. It was the tailors that were at the forefront of it coming in, led by a goblin known as Alverna.
Do I know about her nickname or not?
You do not.
Okay.
But you do know that from what he's just done, what Tavay's just done, and your history of knowing Alverna was the leader, owner, first of the family name of the Taylors, that they are linked to a lot of the artifacts crafted throughout Savai. Somewhere along every story is a mention of the Taylors, whether they just threw in ideas, whether they threw in materials, patterns, extra hands to work on it. They seem to have a bit of a smattering across the history books of being involved in pretty much everything to do with magical craft.
I'm literally just going to look down at Tavay and be like, Tavay Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't worry, we're not famous or anything.
Ah, see? He says he's not famous.
Can I just point out?
Thanks, Zach.
Can I just point out that Kerry said, "I'm going to look down at Tavay," and then looked up at Martin.
One second, here we go.
There we go.
It's really annoying that I'm in the lower chair because he can't fit here.
All right.
So we exaggerate the difference.
It was brilliant. I'm going to look down, and by down I mean up.
So I'm gonna be like, oh, okay.
What?
Hey.
So, I'll give you the short version. You know what they're famous for?
Yes.
You noticed how I've been healing people?
No.
I know they're famous for crafting.
I'll shut up.
Oh no, do go on.
No. He used the magic word. That means no more talking about it. That is the goblin way.
I'm gonna sort of try and walk on.
Oh, we're walking.
So you all begin walking. Sinis makes the sign of the devil. And you spend the rest of the day trekking. You may kick off of each other as you see fit. There is nothing that comes at you from the sides. There's nothing hidden. There's no banditry. You eventually, in the distance, see the arse end of a merchant caravan still heading north, but you only see it now and then as the hills roll and the different heights at which you are at allow you to see them on the horizon. It does not look like they'll be veering off anytime soon, and there is a good hour or two during the day where you don't see them at all, and then when you finally speed up a bit more to get ready for your evening's rest, you see their lit torches in the distance. It looks like they stopped earlier than you did, which meant you were too able to make up some time. But they are miles ahead of you. It's the second evening. If you were to head east directly now, you'd be heading out into the lovely land of nighttime. Or you can sleep and go there in the morning. You are very tired from walking all day. You have done several miles, a good 20 to 30, somewhere in between.
So it's hard going. I would say we camp up, come in the morning.
Yes.
Sure.
I'd say my dogs were barking, but mostly I've been sat in your backpack. It's really comfy.
Yeah, that's why you're on first watch, Zach.
Okay.
Zek robs you all and leaves.
That's why he's on first watch, so we've got two other watches right now.
So before y'all go to sleep for the night, regarding the thing that happened earlier, can we not do the job particularly straight away in case we have to leave immediately of doing the job? Because I need to do the thing with the putting a little gargoyle up in
You've
town.
probably got about a day's worth of prep, because we're going to have to find out where the egg is.
That's very true. We're going to have to do some digging. So.
And to be fair, if we can set up the pretense that we're in the town looking for some real estate for your dearest grandmama, that will help.
Oh, is it your grandmama? Oh, wow, that's
You did
totally
say grandmama, didn't you? You did say
I said
grandmother.
people.
Oh, I thought you said grandmother. Apology. I'm sorry, you said your grandmother was watching.
I might have done if I stopped you.
Citizen
If
to
not,
me have
I
this
will-
real awkward moment.
We'll watch it back on the YouTube, and then we'll,
Yeah.
you know, we'll retrospectively think.
You said me more, so I will pause and be
Yeah.
like, for your dearest me more?
Beaver, but yes.
Beaver.
Grandmother's grandmother.
Of course.
Great grandmama.
Great grandmother.
And then a
For your
frost giant
dearest
attacks.
great grandmama.
No, 2 greats.
Because if you are one of those tailors, Lord knows she has the collateral.
Yes. Which is why money really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Can you do things with stitching then?
I'm okay at the fabric tailoring. If you didn't realise when I spoke to the our friend in the first Knight's Hold where we gave the shield in, my aim is to literally create super what's the word, artifact level magic items.
I'll stop you there. So I'll tell you now, it was pretty much like what the way this conversation is going at the moment. You're talking, and the words are probably happening, but the Zek is not listening.
I understand. Don't worry about it.
Good. So you're okay with stitching. So if I ever need anything tailored, I'll bring it to you.
Okay.
I wish you'd told me that before. No, hang on. No, that's fine. I'm okay with it.
Before you spend.
So these tabards.
Yeah. Tavir could have done them in his sleep.
Hey.
So you spend the evening
Actually,
Yeah.
swapping really useful information, and you get ready to do your watch. Zek, you're on first watch. You all go to sleep after a lovely grub. The torches in the distance dim to 1 or 2 as they put some of them out, as you assume they are just having a kip. And can you give me a perception check, Mr. Zek?
13.
Cool.
Natural 1.
You die.
I'm going to use my reroll.
To not die.
31.
Jesus.
Flip the numbers.
the number's 13, 31. There you go.
Slight difference.
Cool. To the east, you see flickering torches in the night, but they are really far away. And the fact that you recognise the torchlight as magical, they've imbued the torchlight to be able to lit and seen from this far. If it was just normal fire, you're not convinced you'd be able to see at this distance.
Okay.
There's about four or five of them, but they are a distance away into the night.
Okay.
And unless you do anything, your watch will continue and end.
I'll get halfway through my watch, and then I'll wake up Gawain.
When you wake up, you are unaware that it has only been an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'll watch.
Your turn.
Sex out, you do your watch. It's nice, it's chilled, peaceful. No Gedeon, no Ivy Night. No impeding death. Do you pray?
Yeah.
No, it's a trap.
If I could put the gif up right now. When you pray,
It's a trap.
when you pray, the feeling that you got the night before, and when you're in the temples and such, when you feel there is a connection and the Ivy Knight listens, it's blank. You are just a kneeling orc in the tundra. The wind blowing around. There is nothing but silence. Do you react?
I mean, I'll be a little bit surprised, concerned maybe, but not like overly. Not nihilistically so. Are we like just that's new.
It's proper new.
Maybe it's something to do with like the strange going on that's been happening with the entire party. We get a sense that he's watching at the very least, or at least if he's not paying attention, he's more along the lines of not so much as there's a communication going on or a presence, more along the lines of stern disapproval. Yes,
You get nothing, Gawain. No feelings of anything. It is blank, as if you are just somebody taking a knee in the tundra.
Alright. I will. I'll finish the dailies, inverted commas, and yeah, just return my watch and have a thinky.
Do you do your normal length watch, or are you doubling up, etc.?
I'll do my normal length watch this time. Things I'm feeling less paranoid a second day out than I am the first day out.
Fair. Yep. Why are you not working?
I'm working fine.
As you sit there, oh, Jesus, that's loud. There is a flash of lightning and a crack of thunder, and then the wind picks up, and a heavy snow begins to fall as a blizzard basically descends upon you. Our flakes will blot out the sun.
I was going to say,
Then we will fight in the shade. Sorry,
Yes.
I couldn't resist.
Does that
Yes.
wake us up, Heidi?
Give me perception checks. It's a relatively low DC.
24.
Yep, you are woke. You are woke.
It's gravy time.
Thank you, Derpy Octopus 93 for the follow.
22.
Derpy Octopus also has some questions, but we saved those for later.
You all wake up, and there is a blizzard hammering around you.
I am going to say, give me a minute, and I'm going to start casting Cozy Cottage.
How long does it take? An actual minute?
It takes 1 minute to cast, and I can sustain it for 12 hours.
Cool.
And it generates a 20-foot cabin, 10 foot on each side, that has 3 cots inside it and basic supplies inside of it.
Who can enter it? Is it anyone you pick, or is it just there?
I'm just going to read now. Small magical light that you can extinguish. The climate inside the hut is comfortable. Blah 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 blah. Other creatures can freely and exit the hut without damage it. But if you exit the hut, the spell ends. So anyone can enter and exit it. It's just a hut. But if I leave it, it disintegrates.
Cool. So in this blizzard, you
Is it a
start
cozy igloo?
you start casting your cozy cottage / igloo. About 30 seconds in, you hear a. And can you all roll initiative, please?
Yeah, shields up.
Sinis, your next 30 seconds is up to you if you wish to continue casting the spell.
I forgot to click on my goddamn thing.
I did as well.
I didn't.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Right, I've just cleared the turn order. So,
I don't know how many
I forgot which mini I am.
You're not the orange one.
these little brown women.
Jesus, Gaben's got a 28. Oh, well,
That's the thing, yeah.
so as you are rolling initiative, Derpy Octopus, we are nearly done. I will give you a very quick how-to. It's very simple. As you are rolling initiative, and Sinis, you are concentrating it, and you can all see that there is a almost transparent layout of this cottage in front of Sinis. That is just, you've kind of got a 3D image of it, and you, as Sinis is casting her magics, you can see some of it start to manifest physically, but there are still a lot of gaps in it, as if she's halfway through a spell. And you come bounding through, crunching into the snow. You see about... Where is it? You see about 60 feet into the blizzard, a huge shape of about 10 feet tall, humanoid creature. Its knee joints look wider than most, and then it's got these thick, stumpy legs with massive clawed feet. covered in white and grey fur, some of it mucky at the tips. 2 big oversized forearms with clawed fingers. You say a yeti. There's none of you.
I was going to say, it's a bloody yeti.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a polar bear.
You wish it were a polar bear.
Equally plausible for a snowy tundra.
It said humanoid.
Might be a stood up.
It could be a polar bear on its hind legs.
So, and it is bounding towards you. I'm going to be a prick and call the session there.
There's like famous last words. I'm going to say, you know when he said leave Gideon at home?
Has Gideon followed us?
He's covered in white wood. So we will kick off. We will kick off next week's session with the fight with the Yeti, and see if you guys get through it. Good luck. I love homebrew. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've really enjoyed yourselves. There's 11 of you on right now. That's great. 2 things, maybe 3. You've seen all our sponsors. Please go check them out. Please jump on our social medias. Twitter, Facebook. We've got a Discord channel that's been put in there by Sawdust, etc., etc. Please go check out what we're doing, and we'll continually try to tell you who's sponsoring us, where you can find their stuff, what games we've got coming up, etc. It's a really great little community we're building, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and more interactive, and more people are doing stuff. I cannot wait. We've got the Pathfinder Beginners Box coming. When it lands, we will be running that for 4 or 5 brand new players that have never touched Pathfinder Second Ed before, and we'll walk them through the really cool stuff that they've got. Paizo have done an absolutely brilliant job with this Beginners Box, and I'm really keen to use it as my Come Play Pathfinder hook. So look out for that. What day are we on? Saturday. Tomorrow we will have the return of Dice of the Beholders Dungeons and Dragons 5th Ed campaign, which is really cool. They're like episode 40 odd in there, nearly 50. It's a homebrew world that Rich runs. It's really cool. This lot are amazing, and they keep coming and turning up every time we play on these Saturdays and throwing out their cool characters and stuff. So they wear masks, me and Stu don't, because Stu's role playing a dwarf. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I love it. Now, to answer your question, Derpy Octopus. Basically, you have your Streamlabs OBS, which is what you use to stream, and then I have a Zoom call. And I have the Zoom call as a window for as many people as you need on the screen. And then you hold Alt, and you can crop James's face, Gavain's face, Tavay's, Sinis, Games Master, and place them where you want on the overlay. Job done. Or, literally just jump on YouTube and type that question in, and you should find loads of videos of how to do it, Derpy Octopus. Thank you very much for the follow. The next thing is, a friend of mine is doing a charity stream for Raising Money for Cancer, and he's currently playing Apex Legends. It's a shooting game. He does a lot of racing games as well. So what I want to do is raid him. Just go over, say hi, say gravy time, just give him some love. You don't have to stick around, but please just stick around for a couple of seconds just to say, you know, good job, crack on, good luck, all that sort of love. As much love as you gave us when we did our charity streams. So, take care of yourselves. We'll see you through the week, etc., etc. For now, players, say goodbye, players.
Goodbye, players.